Hello there everybody, hope you're doing well. You are tuned in to the West Country Kitchen, and on today's episode of the show, a beautiful skirt steak with some creamed spinach. Sit back, relax, let's do this. We are going to need some beautiful skirt steak. We're going to need some spinach. Going to need some garlic and some thyme. Going to need some butter, plain flour, full fat milk, an onion and some bay leaf. So we start this recipe by preparing our creamed spinach. First thing we're going to need to do is to beautifully perfume some milk with some onion and bay leaf, just to give it a beautiful savoury twist, and we're going to be using this to make our bechamel sauce. So start with a saucepan and some full fat milk. Slowly bring this to heat. We want to pop in a few rings of onion and a couple of bay leaves, and slowly bring this to a gentle simmer, just so that it beautifully perfumes the milk with a savoury edge that works really well with our creamed spinach. So pop your milk to one side and take a Dutch oven or another saucepan. Pop in a knob of butter. We want the pan to be on a medium heat. As the butter starts to melt through, pop in plain flour and slowly mix the two together. You'll end up with a paste. We just want to cook this through for a couple of minutes to cook out the rawness from the flour. When you've got a nice thick paste, we want to start ladling in our heated milk. Take your time with this. Making a bechamel is very easy and very forgiving. Start with a little bit of milk, start mixing that through, and just keep adding the milk until you're left with a really rich, creamy, thick and gooey sauce. This is our bechamel, the base for our creamed spinach. Pop that to one side, take another saucepan, and we just want to gently wilt down our spinach. Rinse off the spinach before you cook it, and a few droplets of water will help cook it through. And now we want to remove all of the water from our spinach. So pop it into a strainer, squeeze, and then pop it onto a chopping board and chop your way through it a couple of times, just to remove as much water as you possibly can. Now pop that into a bowl, season with sea salt and freshly ground black pepper, and ladle in a couple of ladles of our creamy sauce. Mix that through. Finish that off with a nice dusting of beautiful fresh nutmeg. And there you have it, creamed spinach. And now we want to turn our attention to our skirt steak. Season that very generously on both sides. Mop up the seasoning. I'm going to be doing a video in the future explaining all about steak, the various cuts. But for now, just know that skirt steak is very cheap, very lean, very underrated, and beautiful. And then we take a heavy bottomed frying pan, add a splash of olive oil, and once the olive oil starts to smoke, gently lay in our skirt steak. Obviously cook your steak how you like it, but here I'm just basically flash frying it. Give that a couple of minutes in the pan, chuck in some rosemary, some cloves of garlic and some butter, and we want it to be nice and charred on the outside but beautifully blushing pink in the centre. Now, as with any cut of steak, you need this to rest for a good 10 minutes after you've cooked it. And now we carve. We don't want to carve it too thin or it'll dry out. We want nice inch thick slices. And now we are ready to serve our skirt steak with our creamed spinach. A nice big generous pile of our creamed spinach, and just lay on our beautiful blushing pink skirt steak. And there you have it, a real treat. So thanks for joining me here in the West Country Kitchen, guys. If you enjoyed today's video, please do give it a thumbs up, comment down below with any recipes that you want to see me cook in the future, and get yourself subscribed to the channel. Hit the bell symbol if you want a notification each and every time there's a new video uploaded. And guys, see you next time. Have a wonderful day.